There was a time when internet commentary was all yelling, drama, and diss tracks. A time when the pinnacle of internet discourse was arguing about whether a vlogger really stole a joke or if a prank channel crossed the line. Spoiler, they usually did. But something changed. Somewhere between a Content Cop episode and a ContraPoints video, commentary grew up. This is the story of how commentary went from chaos to craft, from shoutouts and beef to meticulously researched arguments. Let's rewind for a second. Imagine YouTube in, say, 2016. Commentary was like a digital boxing match. Fast, loud, and brutal. Your typical video had gameplay footage in the background, usually Minecraft or CSGO, and edgy rant in the foreground. Think roasting channels like Leafy is Here, dissecting cringe compilations, Ricegum throwing digital shade, or early H3 Productions doing skit-style takedowns, while iDubbbz's Content Cop went full scorched earth. It was all about quick reactions, rapid-fire insults, and the kind of sensationalism that made reality TV look subtle. But fast forward just a few years to the late 2010s and early 2020s, and suddenly, commentary starts to look like a college seminar. We're talking long-form video essays that might stretch for 45 minutes to an hour, featuring nuanced arguments, aesthetic lighting, beautifully curated B-roll, and sometimes even footnotes. Or at least the vibe of footnotes. So, what happened? Why this massive tonal shift? Why did the internet's loudest corner suddenly start whispering in MLA format? Did everyone just collectively decide they needed a PhD in internet studies? Or was there something deeper at play? Let's talk cultural context. After the initial drama boom of 2016 and 2017, viewers and even some creators were frankly exhausted. The sheer volume of conflict, the constant call-out cycles, and the often mean-spirited nature of the content started to wear people down. The algorithm might have rewarded conflict, but audiences began craving something more substantial, more analytical. They didn't just want to know what happened, they wanted to understand why it even mattered. This shift wasn't just about viewer fatigue, it coincided with several key moments. First, YouTube itself started cracking down on edgy or controversial content with increased demonetization policies, making it harder for creators relying purely on shock value to make a living. The Adpocalypse hit hard, forcing creators to either clean up their act or get creative. Simultaneously, there was a broader societal craving for explainer content. Think about the rise of true crime podcasts, long-form documentary series on streaming platforms, or even channels like Vox explaining complex topics. People were hungry for context. Combine that with the increasing accessibility of sophisticated editing software, which made it easier for individual creators to produce cinematic, polished videos, and suddenly the essay format wasn't just viable, it was popular. It offered a perceived level of intellectual rigor and production quality that set it apart from the quick turnaround drama videos. Audiences were growing up too. Many of the same viewers once clicked for chaos were now in college, working jobs, or just generally craving something with a bit more depth. They weren't just doom scrolling, they were looking for meaning. And then there were the hybrid creators, those who brought humor and personality to their critiques while keeping things smart. Think Drew Gooden, Jarvis Johnson, or D'Angelo Wallace. A new kind of commentary emerged that didn't rely on takedowns to make a point. As the shift occurred, essay creators became more than just commentators. They evolved into cultural critics. These creators weren't just recapping drama, they were doing something far more ambitious. They were unpacking complex topics like ideology, media bias, parasocial dynamics, the intricacies of race and gender representation, the pervasive influence of capitalism, and the nuances of internet communities. A ContraPoints video might take a philosophical deep dive into the concept of TERFs or cancel culture, complete with elaborate costumes and theatrical set pieces. Sarah Z might spend 30 minutes meticulously dissecting the rise and fall of a specific fandom or a bizarre internet trend. FD Signifier provides incisive critiques of socio-political issues through the lens of Black identity and pop culture. Some of their episodes felt like digital dissertations, and we, the audience, were absolutely hooked. It was intellectual stimulation disguised as YouTube content. The video essay didn't just appear fully formed. It actually evolved, developing its own unique grammar and aesthetic. The essay format became a genre all on its own, with a recognizable formula. You had a distinct mix of structure and vibe that set it apart. Things like a strong thesis. Unlike a drama video, that might just be a reaction. An essay video usually starts with a clear argument or question it intends to explore. This gives the long-form content a sense of purpose, deep dives, and nuanced arguments. They've moved beyond surface-level reactions. Creators would spend weeks, sometimes months, researching a topic, compiling evidence, and crafting a coherent narrative. They weren't afraid to explore the gray areas, acknowledging complexity rather than seeking easy answers. It also includes a mix of personal insight and cultural theory. Many essay creators weave in their own experiences or perspectives, but they often ground these in broader academic or sociological concepts. You'd see references to Foucault, Bordeaux, or even obscure literary theory presented in an accessible, engaging way. High production value. This is crucial. We're talking meticulously edited B-roll, custom animations, sophisticated sound design, and often a distinct visual aesthetic that complements the intellectual tone. It's a far cry from a webcam recording over gameplay, a vibe that screamed media study major with ring lights. Or maybe grad student energy, but in 4K. Of course, no format is invincible. As more creators adopted the essay style, some fell into the trap of overproduction. Long videos with little payoff or analysis that feels performatively deep rather than genuinely insightful. It's a format that thrives on thoughtfulness, not just length. Suddenly, commentary wasn't just reactive. It was reflective. It wasn't about fighting on the internet. It was about understanding the internet itself as a cultural force, a reflection of our society, and a subject worthy of serious academic-style inquiry. This shift didn't just change how we talk about the internet, it fundamentally changed what we talk about. The rise of the video essay opened the door for genuine critical thought on platforms that once overwhelmingly rewarded only outrage and immediate gratification. And yes, the algorithm still loves a good scandal. A new drama alert video will always get eyeballs. But today, we're just as likely to see a 45-minute breakdown of parasocial relationships or an in-depth analysis of cringe culture go just as viral. The audience for thoughtful, nuanced analysis has proven to be massive. And that matters because it means our online conversations are maturing. Our collective analysis is deepening. We're moving beyond just consuming content to critically engaging with it. And our archives, our digital culture, are richer, more complex, and more valuable to future historians because of it. We're not just leaving behind receipts of arguments, We're leaving behind thoughtful attempts to make sense of a rapidly changing world. So what's your favorite essay channel right now? Are you into deep dives on internet phenomena, incisive fandom critiques, or perhaps nuanced breakdowns of pop culture and media? Drop it in the comments below. I'm always looking for new binge material that makes me feel smarter than I actually am. And hey, if you want more digital history, cozy analysis, and internet culture breakdowns delivered with a side of witty commentary, hit that subscribe button. We're building the archive one click at a time. Next time, we are going to look at the curious case of the rise of cancel culture and what it actually means to get canceled, if that's even a thing. See you next time. Bye!